And we are alive. Hello. Welcome to a night stream. Okay. It's dark, so I'm using my phone light to keep myself illuminated. I wanted to come on here because the morning stream didn't go so well because everything overheated. Everything overheated because it was 40 degrees almost in Dubai. And I did not realize this. I did not forecast it. And that's ironic because that's what we're doing here. We're forecasting the future. So should have been aware. Everything overheated. The warning signs were there. Usually the things start heating up around the hour mark, and then I know exactly how much longer I have left before everything just dies. But this time it was in the first 10 minutes, and we suffered for it. And the balcony light sucks. I could do this indoors, but I don't want to. Okay? I want to do it like this. Cool. And I even put the same shirt on, so there's like some continuity, right? So we're still doing the same live. But I want to change it up a little bit because I have this problem of like not getting to the point. And I need to get to the point. And we're getting to the point. Okay, we're going to get to the point really rapidly, right? We've spoken enough about why and what, and quite a lot about how, but we've not really spoken really about an applicable way of how, if you get what I mean, right? I got to get it close so that the light gets me in there. Okay. And I could just lean back and just hold this here, right? I'll get like a light eventually for night streams if I decide to do more of them. But the balcony light sucks, but I just like doing these on the balcony, as loud as it is. For me, I put a noise reduction on the mic so you don't hear all the construction in the back, but boy, is it loud. I can barely hear myself. That's why I might be talking a little bit like louder. Okay, title. Fuck a 9 to 5. Have a boxing match with AI. Why a boxing match and not a street fight? Because it's more methodical. Bob and weave. You know your opponent. Art of war. Okay? We're fighting, but this isn't no aggressive tumble. This is a methodical assault. Right? And we're going to get our own piece of the pie. That is the point. How do you do it? You create content. You get on live. You edit videos of yourself. You build a community. Do you understand? You stream to 0 people, right? You build up value in the form of putting in the hours in front of the camera, studying the thing that you're learning about, and providing some sort of insight, unique insight and value to your viewers, right? And you do this through a slow and arduous process. You got to put in the hours. It is a lot of people look at the internet and monetizing it or making something useful out of it as like this luck thing or like this trick thing, when it's really not. It's not luck, it's not trick, it's putting in the hours, plain and simple. You put in the hours, you provide a unique insight, you entertain people, and then you create a community. Do you understand? You use your expertise and you sell that information to the high end of the market. Boom. We got there in 5 minutes. All right. I'm going to ignore the first minute because I know the timer says up here for me. You can't see it, but I'm on StreamYard because I have technical issues. I hope to get off of StreamYard one day, but I really appreciate the work you're doing, StreamYard. I can't download OBS. I don't know what it is. I'm trying to figure it out. For now, I don't care. I'm putting in the hours. I'm getting on live. That's the point. You get on live. You make videos. You don't make excuses. That's the issue, right? A lot of people want to make content and they're like, well, I don't know how to edit. I don't know how to, write a proper script, maybe. Not everybody's talented in all of these things, right? But you learn it, and that's the point. And you learn it through a process. You have to have the confidence in yourself and not be afraid to stream to 0 people as I am right now, right? This is me future-proofing my content. I'm speaking to you into the future. Nobody's watching right now, but they will. And that's the point, right? I'm creating content right now. This is me creating content, right? Right now. There's no editing, right? I can edit, but that's not the point. I switch on the camera. I use whatever I have in front of me. I don't even need this mic. If you look at the first live I didn't have this mic, and the audio is terrible. You can use your phone, which has a far better microphone, right? And you figure it out. You get your first 50 subs. You get on live. You make shorts. You entertain people. You figure out the details of what entertainment is, appropriate storytelling, things of that nature, right? You figure it out. You learn. You get on live. I'm going to keep repeating it. Get on live. Live streaming is crazy good. It's so easy to get into live streaming. You just click and you're live. And then you're making content as you go. Right? Like, do you understand? This is it. This is value. I'm creating it right now. And all of human existence is just providing some sort of value to one another. I give you some value, you give me some value, right? I create content and then you watch that content and you gain the unique insight that I've been formulating. I'm going to spend hours and hours and hours on live. I already have, and I intend to do far more. I'm going to get on here. I'm going to get on live. I'm going to do hours and hours, hundreds of hours of just providing insight. And as my formulations become more and more a pop-up, as my formulation of that becomes more and more coherent, it becomes more and more useful. Do you understand? It doesn't matter where I started with that first live with the terrible quality where I didn't know how to get get it from like out of 480p, and that's what the video is available in. And the mic sucks. And I'm talking about the same stuff I am right now in a different way, like I'm talking about an earlier part of the process. But because that was a week ago, and I'm gonna be spending months on here, just every day live. You have to fall in love with it, right? Like earlier this morning, like 9, 10 o'clock Dubai time, I tried going live and it didn't work out. I kind of got to the point that I was trying to make with a live, and the live messed up, right? And that's a problem. So from that, I learned something. Next time I know to look at the temperature when I stream on the balcony. And I like streaming on the balcony because it makes me feel very Hugo. I feel very much like, like, look at me. I'm just vibing on a balcony. It's great. I enjoy it. Do you understand? It's a cool vibe. This is what's interesting to me. Do you understand? Now, why do I say fuck a 9 to 5? What is wrong with a 9 to 5? Honestly, nothing. If you're from the 1950s, right? What do you have in the 1950s? You either work in the coal mines, you do some hard labor job, clock in, clock out, or you work in an office and you have paperwork and all sorts of cool stuff around you. And now you have the same thing. Only you get paid way less because of inflation. And AI is coming to replace you as a better, cheaper, and faster alternative to you, essentially making you redundant. And so imagine, if you will, you are an emaciated child in a boxing ring with Mike Tyson. And box, you're not going to win. You're not going to win. You don't have a great advantage. But what if I told you that you can prepare? You can prepare to have a fighting chance, right? And this is it. This is you putting in the work. This is the training. There's value in this. You create a unique insight and you sell it to people who can afford it, who are interested in it. You create genuine value by putting in the hours, creating content, working behind the scenes, formulating your unique insight, unique information, and then you sell that, right? It's really good. It's really good. I'm really into it. I really believe in this. Right? So because of that, because I believe in it, because I know that this is going to work, here I am. I'm going to be spending hours here, and I'm going to be spending days here, months here, weeks here, years here. Let's see. I mean, the goal is to provide the unique insight, make a bunch of money, and bounce. Or is it? Depends on your views. But what you want to do is provide genuine value. Like you're not trying to like internet guru someone. You're not trying to you're not selling a course. You're selling information that is genuinely useful. Do you understand? And this is the new meta, right? get on live, because you're killing so many birds with one stone. The more I talk, the more I learn, right? I came into these lives with a basic idea of which way I'm going to go. I know what I want to talk about, and I know the kind of information I want out of these, and I know the kind of value I'm trying to build, right? And then I build it. Do you understand? You get on live and you build value. And this is also, at the same time, a case study. Do you understand? So it's building a portfolio, it's creating value, it's good shit. It's good shit. I lost my train of thought. But that's what this is about, right? Creating value, formulating a unique insight, and you get that from an argument. I see evidence in the market. AI is coming to replace us. I know it is. Okay, I know it is. It's coming, and it's going to happen very gently, and you're not going to realize it. And a lot of it's already happened, and people are struggling, and it's not attributed entirely to it yet. But in the next few years, you just watch. That's my thesis. That's a genuine argument. And I'm trying to formulate a unique insight for you guys so that you understand in in lightning fast speed what's taken me possibly hundreds of, maybe even thousands of hours, let's see how far we get, to formulate. Because it's not just me doing work on the live. I'm reviewing the lives. I'm making sure that each live I try to do it better than the last one. I try to be more informed than the last one. And with that, you think about, like, I'm defeating the argument of, like, you need to put in the work before you switch on the camera. You don't need to. You just click record. You just click go live. Like, you can go, like, if you have the editing skills, you can go about it in that way. But majority of people don't have that. You can learn it. You'll have the time once you just start pumping out live streams. You live stream your process, right? And people are interested in that, especially if you're working towards actual value and you make some real points based on actual evidence, right? If you do something real, right? Do you get it? Like, all the previous lives, I've been talking about, like, this idea of something real. And if you have something real, you can defeat AI, right? You can escape redundancy. You can get yourself out of the blast radius of the AI bubble, the human job bubble. I think this is a ridiculously undervalued form of growth, right? This is an opportunity, and people are already doing it. If you notice, everybody's going live now. All the big creators, they're gonna start exploiting live streams, and that is the market shifting. If your favorite creator hasn't started doing, like, lengthy live streams just yet, and often, then they will in the future. Tony Robbins just did a live stream, like, on YouTube for the first time ever. Like, he's on his channel, his first live stream, and it's crazy. It's happening. Do you understand? It's already happening. People are shifting. They're beginning to see the value of live streaming, of creating content on the go. That creates real value. And although it may create it slowly at first, it is impossible not to create value if you're genuinely interested in something and you click the button and you go live and you begin talking about it, right? So fucking 9 to 5, right? That's my argument. The 9 to 5, there's nothing wrong with the 9 to 5, but it's boring, it's dull. There's 14-year-old kids with Ferraris, and I'm not, a person that really wants a Ferrari or a Lamborghini, but that tells me that something is deeply wrong with the way that people look at the economy. Jobs suck, and not just because they're boring and dull, but because they're just not of value anymore. They don't provide value to society, which is why every year when the inflation hits, your job becomes less and less value. Like you're getting paid less and less. The number might be the same, but society deems it so that your money means less, and you're not going to get paid more. So you're effectively being devalued every year. And if jobs are being devalued every year, then that means there's something deeply wrong with having this many jobs, which means too many people have jobs, right? And the great shift is coming. The great shift is coming when we're going to have to really, like, companies are going to have to really audit who is useful if an AI software can do 10 people's jobs. Right? A lot of flies here. I'm trying to get in on this, but this is just for me and you. Okay? Do you understand? This is the way we go on with the way we understand the market. This is how we go on. Get on live stream, create a unique insight, sell it to people who can afford it, and create a community of people that believe in what you believe in. Provide actual value. Listen to the market, and the market will tell you. This is what the hardest part of sales is, not convincing people to buy in. It's doing the research to know what they want in the first place. Right? Like, why work at it backwards and have a product that you want to find a market for? Instead, find a market that's profitable and you give them a solution to a problem created using your unique insight. You have ideas in your head, right? And they're just ideas right now. The live streaming allows you to give it open air and develop it into some sort of actionable solution that you can sell to people that actually helps them. And once you've provided that value, once you've created that value, you think you're gonna need much convincing? Like, that's real sales, right? Having the right product so you don't even need to convince anyone. Because you don't want to be like a pushy salesman. You don't want to be like one of those car salesmen they used to, talk about in like the 70s, like a sleazy car salesman. That's not the point here. The point is, listen to the market, find out what it wants, provide a unique insight, and provide a unique solution that you formulate using your own ideas and your own interest and your own expertise, and then sell it. All the while creating a community, right? Of people that like to hear what you talk about, because what you talk about is interesting and unique. That's the point. And live streaming is the best way to get into that, no matter who you are. It is the lowest barrier of entry. All you have to do is be brave enough, be confident enough in your ability to get into that ring with Mike Tyson. You just have to get into that ring. You want to fight the good fight, right? And you know, you love Mike Tyson, but he's coming to maul you. So you got to do what you got to do too. And he's going to do what he's going to do. Unfortunately, Mike Tyson, man, he'll mess your shit up. Another point, is what I am talking about anything new? Providing some sort of value to someone and them paying you money for it. No, that's not new. That's every job ever. Right? That's essentially what a job is, right? Like you don't just walk into a place and then you push buttons and then you get money. That's not what a job is. A job is you have certain skills. A person rich enough so that they can afford to keep you around, to utilize those skills, will give you money so that you provide value in the form of those skills and provide and do certain tasks that lead to a lean and efficient system for a company so that it can be profitable. That and what I'm talking about are essentially the same thing, but instead you dictate the terms of the contract, right? A job and what I'm talking about are absolutely the same thing, except you dictate the terms of the contract. And yes, it's harder because in a job you don't have to do a lot of thinking. You just do what you have to do, right? At least for like over 90% of people that do jobs, you know what you have to do, right? Decision making is done by people above you, and that's not something you have to worry about. And this is going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult because it's a form of self sustenance. It's you taking care of you and you using your own mind. It's you breaking things down and actually learning things, taking those questions and those assumptions and those ideas in your head, putting them down and figuring out what is right about it and where you may have been wrong, and using that time to formulate insight until you find that little golden nugget, right? It's prospecting. You're looking for gold. And if you go to the right place in your mind, you're going to find gold. And you keep going and you keep going. You figure out a process. You figure out a solution. Right? I feel like I've edged this answer for the past week and I'm finally coming out with it. And it feels like a relief because, boy, is it exciting stuff. Because live streaming is the new meta. It hits so many boxes at once. It's like one stone and so many birds. It's a lot of birds. It's a lot of birds with one stone. You're doing so many things by just clicking that live button. So get on live. Get on live. And now that I've gotten to this part of the solution, and we're talking about getting on live streams, and my genuine value to you guys is to somehow convince you to get on live. And my argument is, it's not that you don't believe in it, because who doesn't want to be a content creator, right? Like deep in the back of your mind, that's what you want to be. Really, you want to be someone that people see as a leader in something. You have your ideas and you want to formulate them to the point where people look to you for answers, and not necessarily doing, TikTok dances. You want to create genuine value. That is that is the point of all of this. And so it is my job now to build your confidence. It is my job now to build your confidence so that you pick up that phone, you pick up that laptop, you pick up that camera, and you click that button and you just start talking. Right? And here's the thing, you don't need an idea to begin with. An idea will form. You'll talk and you'll figure it out. That's the point. Right? There will come a time when I figure out the right title, the right thumbnail, the right cadence of talking, the right length of live stream, the right topic, and way of explaining the topic, the right words to use, um, a better camera. But I kind of like the the shitty aspect of the current setup because it feels more personal, feels more authentic, feels more real, right? Like I'm a real person and not like a content creator. Like that, the kind of people that have a very doctored image on the screen, right? You don't want that. You want to be authentic, and you want to provide real, unique insight, and that is valuable to your viewers. That is valuable to the eventual community you're going to form. And that comes with trial and error. Just get on stream every day, 4 hours, 5 hours, which I hope to get to. Honestly, the thing that's been stopping me from doing longer lives, I'll be honest, is just the weather and the timing of things. And eventually I'll figure it out. I'll it's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. But that's the reason I'm doing it. I'm doing it in the way that I'm doing it. If you've ever read Mastery, so that I can master a skill and then teach it to you in a tenth of the time, right? Or 100th of the time, depending on how many hours I put into these live streams, how many days, how many portions of a day, right? And that's the solution. We kind of went more into detail in about half an hour. So we've done half an hour of this, and we're gonna talk more about the boxing stuff when I come back. All right. So I'm gonna take a quick 5, 10, something like that, and I'll be right back. Okay, we're back, but only for a little bit because it's getting late and I'm gonna go to sleep. But right, fucking 9 to 5. Have a boxing match. All right, it's a grudge match. Someone's coming for your title. What are you gonna do about it? Mike Tyson, he's coming for you. Right? Love Mike Tyson. Love Mike Tyson. But Mike Tyson's punches hurt. So, prepare or get fucked up. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. And click that live stream button. Click that live button. Create an account. Use your old account. Doesn't matter. Get on live. We're going to go through the whole process. We're going to build this whole thing out. We're going to flesh it out. We're going to create a training program for you. We're going to get you in shape. You're going to eat lightning and you're going to crap thunder. Do you get it? Do you understand? Do you guys know movie references? Do you get that one? That's an important one. The metaphor of Rocky is quite telling in this story. It's quite an anecdote. It's quite relevant. Finally got to the right word, right? And me messing those up and finally getting to the right word is a very relevant to what we're doing here, right? Figuring it out so that it's much easier for you. I'm going to prove to you that this is possible by making it happen right now. We're going to get into the process of what goes into being a content creator and using live streaming to make it happen. Do you understand? Okay. It's starting to get real hot outside, real hot and humid. So Hugo's going to retire for the night. It's been your boy, Mo Confidential, coming at you live from the balcony at nighttime. And it's been real. I hope you got some lessons for that, and I hope you're excited for the next ones because we're gonna get real deep into this, if you know what I mean. Okay, it's been real. Have a good night. Bye.